6,400 miles from Utah, a country is fighting to survive. In Mali, 15.5 million people live on the hot, sandy Saharan desert. There are frequent droughts. Water is commonly in short supply. Poverty is rampant. And civil war is forcing people in the northern regions from their homes. One of those people is the mayor of a village near Timbuktu, Sheikh Sekou Boubacar.
And so for the moment, the Malian and the French army are controlling the big cities, like Timbuktu, for example. But in the countryside, they still have all those terrorists hiding somewhere, everywhere, and still trying to kill people and rob people.
Even though Mayor Boubacar cannot even live in the village he manages as mayor, he and the leaders of other Malian cities are doing what they can to improve circumstances there, in spite of the odds. And leaders of Utah's cities and towns are trying to help them.
These folks are really literally putting their life on the line almost every day to be local leaders.
A delegation of mayors and department heads from different regions of Mali bought their own tickets and made their own arrangements to fly to Utah.
My name is Jara Jara. I'm mayor on Moribabugu.
My name is Ye Samake, mayor of Welesebugu.
My name is Brahma Traore, mayor of Kirane Kanyaga in the first region of Mali.
My name is Usman Kouyaté, Mananji city of Welesebugu.
Their visit was an effort to learn firsthand how municipal services are efficiently run. What they see ranges from the very simple, like running a city meeting, to the very high-tech, like how police run a real-life crime center in Ogden.
C'est-à-dire à la police, les équipements qu'ils ont.
So he was very impressed by this crime center.
What they see is quite a contrast to the services they have back home. In Mali, 1/3 of the population has no access to safe drinking water, and more than 1/3 doesn't have access to sanitation services. Will this help back home?
Est-ce que ce que vous avez appris ici va vous aider une fois que vous serez rentré au Mali?
Oui, une fois que nous rentrons au Mali, ça va.
Yes, we have learned very useful things and things that we'll be probably able to do once we got home in Mali.
So we have to have good regulations for everybody.
With French interpreters at their side, the group visits a water treatment facility in Parley's Canyon. And the group traveled to the north side of Salt Lake City to see how a wastewater treatment plant functions. But many of the technologies we've put to use in Utah are presently unrealistic for Mali.
Au Mali, on a de l'eau potable.
In Mali, unfortunately, they are a little bit not up to date compared to the level of Utah. Donc they have a little bit of plants to clean water, but of course not as efficient as what we saw here.
Par rapport aux sapeurs-pompiers, les équipements qu'ils ont à ce niveau également.
And unfortunately, in Mali, we have nothing of all this.
Most of the population in Mali lives in the southern region. Military troops from outside Mali are working to restore order throughout the rest of the country, including in Mali's capital, Bamako. The country's presidential election was put on hold when a coup overthrew the government. A transitional government is calling for the election to be held by July 31st.
So they hope, he hopes that by end of July, the situation also in the countryside will be safe enough so that people can go vote and do not fear to be killed at the first intersection of the first tree. Voilà.
Restoring safety for families in Mali is a first priority. Improving living conditions has essentially become secondary.
Mali is trying to get out of this civil war and this rebellion, which has destroyed a lot of things. It is a war-torn country, so like every war-torn country, you do not rebuild a country quickly, and you cannot bring peace quickly.
Yet the fact that this delegation of civic leaders dedicates their time and resources indicates their sincere attempt to make life better. Utah city leaders hope their visit gives them a vision of what's possible for future generations there. The systems that they see in Utah may spark ideas that will bring change.
You know, you could see it in their eyes. They wanted to make their communities better. And, you know, really virtually every local official I've ever dealt with has a desire to make the place they call home a better place for not only their family and neighbors, but just the community as a whole. And the fact that they had gone to that extreme of coming here and going around to see facilities told me that they wanted to make their communities better. And to the small extent that we could be an asset and a resource to them, it was well worth the investment.
For the Utah League of Cities and Towns, I'm Susan Wood.